Okay, so here we are. This was the second jump of the day. I had mentioned to the coach on the first jump that I did that I like to pull high, and that I was going to do some free flying, some back flying, a little bit of belly, but that I wanted to be under my canopy around 5,000 feet. I don't understand why a lot of these folks burn it down to the deck and don't give themselves enough altitude to get back safely. So they said, we've got a student on this load. Why don't you just go behind this student? And so this load, was the same lineup and same order. We had a student and what appears to be a coach here and a tandem in the back. And they knew that I was going to be pulling around 5,500 feet. And I had mentioned it to the instructor in the back you see there with the tandem that again, I was going to be pulling higher, and this was a solo free fly jump. Just for some side commentary, this is a really nice Casa 212 that I didn't even know that the D'Annunzios own. They just pull these planes out from seemingly nowhere, and boy, it was a heck of a lot of fun to jump out of. Again, here's an instructor here. There had been issues all day with people respecting the USPA jump order. I jumped out first many a times in front of 2- and 3-way free fly groups. Of course, I was supposed to, according to the USPA guidelines, go behind them. But again, I don't know why this was done. Also, note too here that the ground speed is 110 miles per hour, so really no more than 3 or 4 seconds should be given between groups. We were definitely humming out there. Yeah, this thing was really fun to jump out of. And again, if this instructor had any issues with where I was slotted to get off on the plane, I don't know why he let me do it. Again, I guess he's supposed to be the instructor, but anyways, it worked out well on the first jump. Here we go. So note 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. So I almost gave them a full 6 seconds to get out of the plane. Again, jump run was 110 miles per hour. Jason Brigman, this one's for you. I've got to work on my back flying a little bit. Still, those transitions are pretty hard for me, but it's fun just getting out there and taking in nature and getting on your back and just working on transitioning from back to belly. There, it didn't go so good, but now I'm here on my belly. Now, note here that I see the student and the instructor here on my left. Now, inevitably, they're coming up very quick, and so I decide to shoot past them. Of course, I'm not going to pull when I see them above them, and so I end up taking this down to around a little under 4,000 feet and pulling. There, I tried to speed up and get around them as fast as I possibly could. There they shoot up. And pulling this low, inevitably, I got a particularly poor spot. You'll see in a second how far I am away from the drop zone. But this is a reason why I do not like pulling so low. Getting in under canopy around 3,500 feet, 4,000 feet. Because you have to work a little bit quicker. That's the drop zone there on my right. Working on getting this slider stowed behind my head. We've had some issues with that, but and take a look at this. We're right around 3,000 feet, maybe a little less, and that drop zone seems pretty far away. I don't know what that is right below me. It looks like a bunch of sand, maybe some kind of a chemical factory. You got 2 nice fields though over to my left. So I say, you know what? I've got my cell phone. I'm just gonna go over here and have my own drop zone to myself. Inevitably could have played it really safe and just toyed around and landed on that backfield, but that's a long walk. You also note that around these 2 fields, again, there's the one on the bottom of the screen and the one on the top. You always want to try to stay away from straight lines. So you see those straight lines towards the right of my screen, and then on that upper field you'll see some paths along there too. Straight lines, you never really know what's around those, and I just assume that there's power lines that aren't grounded and are there for me to get hung up on, and that's something I don't want to deal with at all, so I try to take that out of play. But the good news is this is a pretty big field that I have my eyes on there in front of me over this lake. And here I'm just trying to burn off some altitude. You know, I do need to do a better job of figuring out things I can look at that maybe can help me identify which way the wind's blowing. You know, if I don't have a flag or a wind blade in front of me to gauge. But I do remember the landing pattern at the drop zone that we had at that time. It was left hand, I think they call it pool, Miss Thacker's pool to the school. So I kind of knew we were heading in the same direction. See, here I go in, just trying to bleed some altitude off. Right around 800 feet here. See those power lines? Nice thing about it is I think that guy was the one that came and picked me up. Little spooky there. I didn't want to go too far out of those trees again because I really wasn't sure which way the wind was blowing, but had a good idea that I was turning here on final with a decent headwind. It had been pretty light winds, variable all day. But nice enough people in Rayford just landed here and had a couple of people that were already parked and waiting to pick me up to take me back to the DZ. No big deal. No big deal landing off, right?